Hello, Dan. How are you?
Very well, thank you. You good, Duncan?
I'm good, Dan.
Fantastic.
It's a sunny but windy day outside, and the weekend is ahead.
Indeed. And
I get to talk to you for the next 10 minutes.
I know, and I'm free. I've been locked in quarantine for the last 10 days, and I'm all good now. I can go out the house, but I'm not going to go out the house. I'm going to stay with you, and I'm going to talk cards.
Oh, what a good boy.
Yeah. I really would like to get out of this house, so can we make this quick?
Have you gone stir crazy over the last
A
week?
little bit.
Good.
Yeah.
Right, so lots of exciting things coming out.
Indeed.
Saturday, what's going on, Dan?
So we've got a very history-heavy day on Saturday. A new card coming out is Mansa Musa. Let's make that appear on the screen. There we go. He was the ruler of the Kingdom of Mali from 1312 CE to 1337 CE. That's Common Era. And he's an interesting one. He's purportedly one of the wealthiest men to have ever lived. His net worth was obviously adjusted for modern currencies. Was apparently bigger than that of Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos combined.
That's enormous.
Yeah,
that's good. And yeah. So how much wealth is that, Dan, dare I ask?
That's a lot of wealth. It's so much. If you can think of a big amount of wealth, double that, times it by 6.
Okay, and this guy used to hunt gold around with him everywhere.
Certainly
Lots
did.
of gold.
Yeah,
And he had an awful lot of slaves as well to carry that gold.
exactly. He would pilgrimage, and he would have 500 slaves with him, each of which would carry a gold staff, and 80 to 100 camels carrying about 300 pounds of gold dust. Just about, just because you can't leave that stuff at home.
Yeah. Right. So 500 people working for free, rather than tens of thousands working on minimum wage. Things have improved ever so slightly.
Yeah, imagine how many cue cards we could get out if we had that set up. Yeah.
I'd like to think that's what you would do, Dan.
Yeah. So, and just to go over the ability of the card, it's gonna, if your deck contains 3 or more hidden gems cards, it will give your cards plus 20 power this turn, which is a good little boost. But if one of those cards you play alongside it to get that boost happens to be gold, then it'll give them another 20. So there's a potential for an extra 120 power if played with gold and something else.
Right.
We've released quite a bit of gold support over the couple of years. 1849 Gold Rush is a card which actually just got a buff that works with gold. We released the Fort Knox card this week as well that works with gold. There was another card that's kind of hidden in the back, I guess the back alleys of Q that isn't really used, but Ukrainian spider decorations, that will work with gold. It's not very well used, but who knows?
Nice.
Maybe it finds a home within.
It's feeling nice and seasonal, so that's really nice.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Right. What else have we got going on?
So also on Saturday in that history event, we've got 2 new avatars in the avatar packs coming out. There's these 2 avatars here, the kind of the golden lion on the red background there. Evocative of something that our lawyers probably won't allow us to talk about.
Hogwarts. No.
Yeah, that probably.
Yeah. Okay.
And this kind of Zeusy looking guy on the background that is probably actually is Zeus. I think it is Zeus.
It's probably right. It's a Zeusy looking guy, Dan.
Yeah, those are very cool. You can get those in avatar packs that are coming out over the weekend, and there's a whole bunch of other bits and pieces you get within those alongside them.
Okay. They're very smart.
They are good. They are good looking avatars.
Particularly like the one that doesn't look anything like Gryffindor.
Yeah, absolutely. For legal reasons, I like that one too.
Can't think what legal reasons those would be, Dan. But carry on.
Sure. Let's talk about Sunday and some of the packs we've got coming out on Sunday. We've got the November Reload pack coming out, which is a pack that contains gems and coins and crafting generators and cards and all sorts of things you might like to get if you want to keep your game going throughout the month of November. But we've also got, a little bit belatedly, we've got the October Recap pack.
Now explain this to me, Dan. Why is it belated?
Oh, it's belated because normally we would do them on very early in the month. We had a lot changing at the beginning of this month. We had loads of new pack formats coming out, and we didn't want to clog things up. And that's the excuse we give to hide the fact that we forgot.
Yeah, I heard essentially it got lost in Halloween.
Exactly, yeah. So we're doing it now. It's a chance, and it's a good chance to get those Halloween cards that came out during October. Tuxedo also came during October. Hell came out during October, and that's a really good one.
We didn't know people like these packs so much, but we've had lots of people getting in touch to say, when are you doing it?
The lesson we learn here is that we can't get away with anything.
Don't we know it?
No.
Right. moving swiftly on, Dan.
Cool. Yep. So we got the October recap pack. And then let's move to Monday. New card coming out on Monday will be the Space Roar. This is going into Space Oddities. We'll have a Space Oddities pack that allows you to get Space Oddities cards, including this new Space Roar card. So in 2006, NASA picks up on something that we know as the Space Roar. It's a big, unexpected blast of radio waves that seems to be just a load of background noise on our scanners for no reason whatsoever. And it's bigger than anything we've sort of ever, in inverted commas, heard out in space before. Right. Unfortunately, that means it might also stymie our efforts to search for signals for the thing that formed the Big Bang, just because there was this big old wave of static that came along that's screwed up our instruments a little bit. But it's out there, and who knows what caused it? I don't, otherwise it would be on the back of the card. But
so no one's even speculating at this stage?
They probably are, but I don't know. I don't know any of the speculations.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got and the
you're honest then.
Sorry, I did lots of preparation, but not that sadly. And the card in the game will give your cool cats and dizzying discoveries plus 30 power next turn. We've had users asking for cats support quite fervently. Shout out to Kimmy Cat, who definitely asked for cat support. Here is some cat support.
That makes sense.
Yeah, here we go. That should be good fun. Also on Monday, so this one is the start of our new. This is the first card coming out in our new theme for next week, which is going to be sound and music. So it's a kind of cards from the sonic sphere of things you can hear. There'll be improvements and releases in the instrumental collection, in the musically minded collection. Just all cards that are related to sound and noise and things like that, and obviously a roar, even though it wasn't actually a noise. It's more of a static, but
I think people get the idea. Bit of wordplay going on there.
Exactly, yeah. But we are going to start on Monday with an instrumental card, the Recorder. Everyone knows what the Recorder is. We're starting strong out of the trap.
Everybody starts on the Recorder, don't they?
Yeah, you know what a Recorder is. What you might not know about them is that they were collected by Henry VIII. Henry VIII had a collection of recorders, and at the time of his death, he had 76 of them, which is kind of I think that's kind of rookie numbers for a king. Myself,
it is.
I feel if I'm a king, I could order 100 recorders, but. Maybe
they're probably different. Were they different sizes or not? Because
potentially, maybe he had to acquire them like organically. You can just buy them he had to find.
He only acquired them through beheading people.
Exactly. Yeah, he beheaded 2 wives and 76 recorder players, and so obviously it's the beginner's instrument. A lot of children who are starting out with instruments will learn a recorder. I did recorder lessons, I remember. I think I missed one lesson and was so racked with guilt and shame that I never did it again.
I remember they used to put them in disinfectant in my school that was sort of white coloured and just that taste.
Ugh. Nasty. It's like licking a Switch cartridge. You ever done that?
No.
No, you can if you lick they put the stuff that you put on like nails so that you don't bite them on Switch cartridges. Anyway.
Oh, the bitter sort of.
Yeah.
Right.
Found that out the hard way. But anyway, sorry.
Demo that next week.
Maybe it's it is Metroid Dread. Let's go. So it's a beginner's instrument. So we wanted to make the ability work for our beginner players a little bit more. It will be if it's before round 3. It'll give you Riding the Waves cards and musically minded cards plus 26 power this turn. Riding the Waves is a collection that is broadly basic, so a lot of our beginner players have it, and there's a lot of synergies within those basic cards, so it works well with that. And then musically minded is a very small collection at the moment, but it's one that we're hoping to build out into something that'll be much more helpful for new users.
Excellent.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay. And
that's all the cards I'd like to show you.
But tell me about leagues now.
Of course, on Monday the league begins, and we've got a new league for Sound and Music Week. The hills are alive with league rules, and here they are. So featured collections are going to be Tremendous Trees and Seabirds this week, and you might be thinking, Tremendous Trees? You've never done a limited collection. We're going to do a limited collection in the leagues. We'll have a Tremendous Trees pack or 2 out through the week, so you'll be able to get some new Tremendous Trees and trees for this league.
Right.
Tremendous Trees will get that 60 power bonus up there. Space gets a big bonus as well of 50 power. Then Arts and Culture gets 45. Science will get 35. Seabirds will get 25. There's a Seabirds pack releasing quite early in the week with a new Seabird. Was it? No, I think it's Thursday, actually. I might be wrong about that.
Right.
And then Paleontology gets a little bit of a boost as well. Not that it needs it.
Excellent.
And it's, Zakis, you're right there. It is a big league. It's an 18 energy per turn league. We've got a minimum energy of 10. So there is scope to use drain cards in there. You've got 18 energies worth of drain you could potentially inflict upon your opponent. But you start off with 24 energy and you can build your energy per turn up to 36. So yeah, it's a big league. Get your big cards out.
Excellent. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
And as is now customary, would you like to tease us with some of next week's releases?
It's the customary, spontaneous, unplanned spoiler. Here we go. Here we go. Here comes some cards. Get ready to clip that. Okay, we got boom.
Excellent.
There's a lot of text on there. I don't expect someone to have read it all in one go. And boom.
Oh yes.
There we go.
At last.
Look
Dan.
at that. Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that one.
I am too. I've been fascinated to see what we can do with that collection, and this is what we're doing with it.
Yeah. Brilliant. Right. The screen is so minute and over there that I can't read any questions people might have. But if there are any, would you like to read out a couple down?
Let's have a look.
If they're not, we'll just say goodbye.
If anyone's got any questions, do ask them, because we've not had any in the chat so far.
Is there anybody in the chat? I can't even see that.
There are people in the chat. We've got Zakis in the chat. We've got Odium.
Okay. Should we start a countdown?
Yeah, you got 10 questions to ask us a question, and if you don't, then we're just going to go. Just going to cut it off.
10 questions to ask us a question.
No, 10 seconds to ask a question.
Oh, okay.
So let's go. 10. Odium asks, El Dorado buff, possibly one day. I'd like to. It's El Dorado. I don't know why. It might be something that's wrong with the autocomplete. But whenever I autocomplete a deck, El Dorado goes in there.
Oh, interesting.
And it's not a fantastic card because it's quite expensive. So it would be nice if that was a more powerful card. So maybe we'll buff El Dorado. Maybe.
So potentially in the Dan pile of possible yays to buffing.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, everything's on the potential pile for a buff, except the bad stuff. And then Zach asks us, I love the league spotlight stuff you've been doing with the leaderboard. Are you thinking of doing more? Thank you for noticing, Zach. We'll be doing 2 of those every week, so you'll see the top 10 on a Monday and a Friday and a Thursday, so you've got a chance to see how things are stacking up. I haven't got any plans to do anything else with the leaderboard. Although I would certainly like to. It'd be nice if we could publish like maybe that top 100 or something, so you've got a chance to sort of see where you stack up.
Yeah, that would be good if we could host that somewhere, wouldn't it? I'd also like then, and I'm just going to put in my little question for you. I'd like you to show off the sort of best deck in the league at certain points in the week.
It'd be cool if I could do that. I mean, I'm doing it with the winners. So the person who won the league, I'm showing off the deck that they got the most wins in. I could do that a little bit more throughout the week. That'd be quite fun
if you could do it in the week, wouldn't it? Because then people could sort of catch up a bit.
It'd be lovely if I just had loads of work to do, wouldn't it? Just like loads of things.
As you probably spotted, Dan, and rather cynically by asking you on a stream, I'm hoping the odds of you creating time in order to do this will happen.
Yeah, it's something I'd love to do. I mean, I like doing these things. There's just time goes into them. But yeah, absolutely, we'd like to do more around sort of keeping updates on the league. Who knows what form that will take?
Brilliant. It's nice to see that was spotted though.
Yeah.
Any other questions in there, Dan?
Let's have a look. Chevron, I don't know if Chevron asks, anyone else excited for Pink and Yellow Renaissance Cathedral musical instruments, Michelangelo, etc.? Yes, I am.
Thank you very much for joining us, folks.
No worries.
I'll get this chopped up and stuck online, and please remember to like and subscribe, talk your friends into playing Q, etc.
Follow us on the socials.
Always appreciated.
Keep it Q. Do all the stuff. Keep it Q. I didn't do the point, did I? This is I'm professional, isn't it?
Oh, Dan, I forgot where your finger was.